Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian with thatspend.com, and I have a very special guest today with me. His name is Cameron James. Cameron is a student of ours in our YouTube ads coaching program. He is also the founder of the Amazon Wealth Accelerator, where he offers a mentorship for other aspiring Amazon entrepreneurs. He also is an Amazon seller himself. So he's not just teaching people how to do it based off of theory. He's actually physically done it himself. He's gone through the trenches, still is in the trenches, and is helping his clients get insane results as well. And just I want to say like 2 months ago, he joined the YouTube ads coaching program. And I wanted to interview him on this video to have him share his experience with us so far. So Cameron, give a quick introduction to the people, man. Let them know what you do and what it was like before starting to work with us.
Yeah, man. Great introduction there. But yeah, founder of AWA there, Amazon Wealth Accelerator. And I was looking to scale, right? So it's a small group, looking to kind of take the next level with, YouTube ads. And I tried it myself for the last 6 months or so, and it wasn't working. Nothing was getting done, no results. I just wasted ad spend there for about, like I said, 6 months there. And luckily your ad popped up, YouTube ads. So, you're doing what you're preaching there, and popped up, and I was like, perfect timing. Need someone who's done this before. Obviously, you guys worked with Dean Graziosi, had a lot of people who vouch for you as well, whether that's Alex Becker or some others out there. And made perfect sense. Hopped on a call with you, and I guess the rest is history. So within a few weeks there, we had ads running and had some instant results. So,
yeah, dude, I appreciate that, man. And yeah, dude, it was funny because when we first talked, I didn't even know you were running YouTube ads. So that's actually interesting. So you tried YouTube ads before we started working together. Is that right?
Yeah. We it was for a little bit of a different offer.
Yeah.
It was actually an easier offer though. It's for like a 7-day trial program, which would
Gotcha.
be easier to convert. And the numbers nothing made sense there over there. Didn't really have a strategy. Didn't know what I was doing. I've been in other YouTube ads programs as well, but just didn't have any direction. With you, it was kind of different. And obviously we talked about that when we first got on the phone call, was you were kind of walking me through of like what the hell I needed to do. And that was the selling point for me, right? Because I needed some accountability and some people, with results to walk me through like, hey, like, dude, you're doing this right. Kind of put my ego to side there. It's like, hey, like, please teach me like I'm a kindergartner, like teach me how to do this. So.
Yeah. It was awesome because I think a lot of people think of the strategy call just like a sales call, but on the strategy call, for us at least, what we do is we make sure to obviously give value up front. And that was that whole call where I was just saying, man, like, you have the offer, we would package it up like this and change these things around. And that's exactly what obviously, like you said, prompted you to come on board the coaching program, which was perfect timing because we just started launching that. And you were obviously one of the first students, and it's been an amazing journey since. So what people don't know is that you obviously already had 45,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a shameless plug. Go subscribe to Cameron James on YouTube. He is a beast. He pumps out great content. And you already had a little bit of a following, right? You had a following for 45,000 people that follow you on YouTube, but YouTube ads weren't converting to your other offers. So you joined our program. And talk a little bit about the first time that you actually, went into the program. Like, what was the first big takeaway that you got once you joined? Was it something that we told you, or is it something that you learned on your own?
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm still learning a crap ton every week we talk. I'd say the biggest one was just kind of leveraging my own audience, right? I know that everybody has that opportunity, but 45,000 subscribers, I think like 10,000 views every 2 days or so. Like, my call to actions weren't too strong organically. So this was just like, they're watching my video anyways, plopping in a CTA in the middle of it of an ad. Usually it's me that pops up. And obviously that's main people we've been converting so far with that, and just kind of easy money that's right for the pick in there. After that, it's more of the marketing techniques of like, everything I do, I have to have like a reasoning behind it, not just random all over the place. And the way you guys walk through of like how to build an ad, how to build a VSL, how to do all that was so simple. Like, you literally just, hey, put this in and put this in here. It's like, I don't know. It's like almost like I wouldn't say a worksheet, but just like step by step. Hey, like, what's your answer to this? What's your answer to this? And then before you even knew it, like, you incepted me to make my own ad. So by the time I was done with this worksheet, I already had ad written. You just plugged and play, and you were off and running. So I think that was the coolest thing of the whole thing.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, the script template, that's huge, right? A lot of people say that too. When they come in our program, it's like we make the ads as easy as done for you as possible, because we give you that script template. And then once you answer the questions about your ideal avatar, your offer, how it works, those actually create the hooks and the story and the actual script for you once you're done. It takes about like an hour if you spend some time on it. And then that actually creates all of your ads. So yeah, huge value add there. And then also one of the things that we helped you kind of, it's funny because what you already had, your landing page, your funnel, right? The thing you mentioned was the VSL. Like we have all of that in the training, right? We show you how to craft a high converting VSL. We show you how to set up the funnel for a high ticket call funnel, right? But you already had that funnel set up. It was a landing page with the video sales letter, a headline, and that was already working for you organically. So, you didn't even have to create anything new. You just used our targeting strategies and the script, right, to create your first few ads. And you started launching ads immediately. And talk a little bit about like the first few days of testing. Like, how are you feeling after the first, initial results? And then how are you feeling now after a few more weeks of being able to test things?
Yeah, for sure. So, the cool thing was, since I had the funnel set up, and most people already do, is you could just film on your iPhone the way you guys kind of set it up, right? Just you could like film, you can go through that sheet like I talked about, write your first ads, and then film your first ads within the first day, like simply, and get those things launched. Obviously, the first steps we took, launching the ads, you don't see results right away, obviously, just with how Google works. And if you're setting up sales calls as well, like it could be 2 days, 3 days away. Sometimes the leads are a little bit different too. It's an organic leads. So you kind of have to make adjustments there. So I think that's what I struggled with my first couple of weeks of like, hey, these people don't know me as well. I need to kind of go through my script, stop being so lazy when it is on a sales call. And then, I think by week 2 there, we started converting, and now we're 2x in cash and 3x in revenue from the ad spend we spent. So yeah, just obviously be patient if everybody out there is listening, just going through it. But you get these ads set up going very quickly. And then obviously you guys, every time we talked, obviously you guys were saying, just give us some time, wait, this is what we're looking for. And then we were off and running.
Yeah. And I think that was the best part about working with you, man. And still is. You came in, like, one of the things about Camron, guys, is Camron isn't the average, I guess, I don't even want to like the average course buyer, coaching program buyer. Like most people, they just want it all handed it to them and us to do it for them, right? Whereas we gave you the step-by-step blueprint, we gave you the roadmap, and you actually implemented every single thing that we recommended to you, which was the biggest value add for us, being on the other side, because, you just took immediate action. You just speed of implementation. You filmed the ads when we told you to, and you followed it to the T. You set up the ads. We hopped on a few calls to set up the tracking and all that stuff in the program, because you got access to those calls, those coaching calls. And yeah, the first few weeks, there wasn't much data or even many sales coming through. But like you said, it's a totally different game, because they don't know, like, and trust you as well as your warm following. So you had to adjust a little bit. And I remember being on a call with you and you were like, yeah, like it's nothing about you guys. It's just me right now. And I was like, yeah, man. Like, well, I didn't say, yeah, man. I was like, okay, so talk to me more about that. And you were saying how you're just kind of feeling in a little bit of a sales rut a little bit. But then the next week, dude, you turned it around, and then you hopped on the call so nonchalantly, and you didn't even like make a post in the group or anything. You were just like, oh yeah, I closed my first 3 deals from cold traffic. I was like, what? So talk a little bit more about that, man. How was it? How was the feeling when you finally closed your first cold ad buyer, and then the next 2 right after that?
Yeah, man. If people know sales, obviously, you get hot. But obviously it felt good just to prove that YouTube ads work, right? Like, and now it's this, essentially there's no ceiling, right? Or I can scale this business. I think that was the coolest thing for me, is like, okay, these work. I know how to take the next step in my business. We're going to 7 figures. Okay, let's just do a step-by-step, keep working through it, which was the whole purpose of me starting YouTube ads to begin with, and understanding and watching other coaches go through this. So yeah, I think it was just kind of like, okay, that's because it was what people know. Like, people know YouTube ads work, but they don't know and believe it until they actually feel it. And that's kind of like that moment for me of like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because before working with us, you were already doing well organically, right? You were having great months. But the problem was you just really weren't able to scale when it comes to not having to produce new videos on your YouTube, or like there really wasn't that way, but you knew YouTube ads would be the best fit for you. And you just really needed that strategy, which is why I think you were a perfect fit, man. And ultimately, like I said earlier, you came in and you took action. And like, talk a little bit more about where you're at right now. I think you told me last time we talked, you're on track for, I think, your biggest month yet, right?
Yeah, biggest month yet. We should be looking to get around 50 to 60,000 in revenue this month here, which is great. Again, still so much to do, so much to work on, everything like that. And one of the big things with YouTube ads is we have consistent calls coming in now. So before organically, 1 week 10 calls, next week 1 call. So it's really hard to have sales reps help hard to hire talent there. And so we got a sales rep, and he actually closed his third deal already in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
So again, because consistency, he gets
Yeah.
2 to 3 calls every day at least. So you can kind of work through those and get a groove going, where before, you get 1 sales call per week and it's just kind of lose all momentum. So that's kind of where we're at right now, which gives me more time, obviously, to kind of back away, work on ads, which is fun
Yeah.
for me, work on the marketing strategy, work on VSLs, work on building out the team, work on building on my program, which was the whole goal behind YouTube ads for me, is so I can get behind, work on content, work on the program, which are the things I love to do, and
Yes.
kind of avoid the things I don't like to do, which is all the little tasks and things I'm kind of putting in pieces now. So
Yeah, man, that's huge, dude. Having consistency, being able to consistently book calls on your calendar that doesn't go from, like you said, 10 calls 1 week to 1 call the next, or worse, even none. Right. And then you're just kind of worried about obviously cash flow and everything. And now, dude, like you said, that's huge, man. You have a closer. He has 3 sales closed in his first 2 weeks of joining. Like, you're changing his life. He's changing lives through your program. You're able to now take a step back and, have the ads working for you in the background. So you can obviously focus on creating a better program for your students to get even better results. That's beautiful, dude. I freaking love it, man. So I guess if you had to talk to someone who's on the fence right now about joining the YouTube ads coaching program, maybe they're out there shopping around for a few different things. They know that YouTube ads is what they want to do, but they're just not too sure yet. What would you tell them right now?
it's possible. Absolutely. And just going back again, I was in other programs, other YouTube ads programs. And it came down to just not having the step-by-step guidance, right? The people there, obviously you guys have so much experience. You guys show that behind screen as well, of like results, what you're currently doing, what you're working on, what's new in the space, which is fantastic. So, we have the best information up to date as well. And then, you're checking in every day, making sure that, I was getting up to speed. Obviously any founder, any owner is busy. That's what I faced, right? It was like, maybe those other YouTube ads programs would have got me results if I just would have followed through and consistently done it. But that wasn't my issue. My issue was like not having the support, not having the accountability, not having like, there's just one question, like, hey, dude, does this ad look okay? Like, what do you like? Give me the full confidence to post that bad boy and then actually get results. So that's the biggest thing, right? Just, same thing with my Amazon journey. Like, my first 3 years, I did it alone. I wasted over hundreds of thousands of dollars in mistakes. I wish I would have got a mentor. Now I've kind of learned that the hard way, and I'm sure you guys have saved me tens of thousands of dollars in ad spend, and already getting to 3x revenue is incredible. So
damn, dude, that's awesome, dude. I appreciate that, Cameron. Dude, you've been a beast to work with, dude. We love working with you. I know Nick does. Everybody on the team does. And yeah, man, to be able to be on track for your best month ever, hire a closer who's now having, an income through you. You're employing more team members, helping more clients as a result, being able to take yourself out of the business because you have that consistent lead flow is truly awesome, dude. So, yeah, man, everybody out there, like Cameron said, right? Like, one of the things that I did right very early on was I found a mentor, right? Like, I found Dean Graziosi. I said, let me just go work to learn. And I learned from him. And obviously I could avoided a lot of mistakes along that journey because of him too, because of everything that he taught me. And like Cameron said, right? Like, you can go do this on your own. You can potentially waste thousands of dollars, right? Like, I know Cameron and I both have done that. My first YouTube ads that I ran, like, I spent 5, only made about $2,000 back, just not great. But then I got a coach, Tommy Powers, as you guys know my story, and he helped me go from $5,000 a month to $5,000 a day in about 30 days, right? Which is insanely valuable. You can imagine how that can change your life and your client's life if you're running ads for them. So with that said, Cameron, any last words before we let you go, man?
no, man, I appreciate all the help you've been giving me, and dude, it's just the beginning, right? So maybe we'll do another interview later,
Yeah.
another talk here, and we'll show some 7-figure results. Show the big boy results, which obviously you guys have tons of clients doing that already. So
Yeah, man. Incremental steps, baby. You got the first part cracked, which is the first few sales. Now it's just tweaking a few small things, increasing a few small budgets. Like Hayden, I talked to him as well. And I was like, yeah, dude, we're going to do an update video with you and Camron in the near future. So I'm excited for the both of you. With that said, guys, give Camron a follow on YouTube. His YouTube channel is amazing. Like I mentioned before, it's at Camron James. You can find him on YouTube. And if you're someone who's interested in starting an Amazon business, there's no better person to learn from, in my opinion, than Camron. You can join his Amazon Wealth Accelerator program. As you just heard, he's putting some even better touches on it right now to make it even better for his students. So go check him out. And with all that said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Make sure to continue keeping on, keep smiling, keep learning, keep growing, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.